It's Nolan. In the image of God, able to smite them, embracing my light. I can't leave this game without putting up a fight. These niggas clones, they digging they in the zip file. Shit was way better when Hov poured out the crystal. They put the pins down, maybe I should find you a pen pal. 20-year legends with classes, they dropping mid now. I guess the mission accomplished. We were sent to demolish the infinite knowledge. We living in privates, we shipping the product for free, still looking for profit. Somebody tell me how long before this shit get abolished. I sat back and reassessed it. If we ain't got the GPS, then who giving directions? Moving out of order, we paid dues to collections. Chasing at the checks, but still skipping the checklist. Screaming gang gang, but bitching up for the tetanus. Rollie plain Jane, decapitated your necklace. I done got some placements that never paid with the textures. Nothing finna change, so why we talking elections? I'm on their ass. You a killer, then why you been taking photographs? All the line, this shit is making my modem crash. Niggas crying to me, but ain't putting up the cash. Suffering succotash, don't make me stuff your ass. But I had the battle before they said I'm legit. Gigs out of state, I couldn't afford the trip. $100 tape, I started studying nip. Nigga, this a marathon, you better gas up the whip, fucker. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone's doing well this weekend. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be addressing Andrew Schulz once more, Charlamagne the God, as they've recently gone on their Brilliant Idiots podcast. I don't know how brilliant they are, but definitely idiots. To where Andrew Schulz is responding to the backlash that he received after going in on Kendrick Lamar the other day. Of course, all of this is circulating about whacked out murals in which Kendrick Lamar basically said, "Don't let no white comedian disrespect black women. That's law." Excuse me. I guess Andrew Schulz internalized that because people did point in his direction. There's some other white comedians out there that people also looked at, but Andrew Schulz was probably the loudest when people was like, "Ooh, okay, yeah, he's probably talking about him." So the other day he comes out and he threatens to SA Kendrick Lamar, basically saying there's nothing that he could do to stop him if he wanted to make love to him if they were in a situation of being incarcerated in prison. Really dumb shit, but nonetheless, that was his response. In other response, he said, oh, Kendrick wants to protect black women because hip hop is the place where black women are notoriously protected. So he wanted to take a sarcastic lay and basically say that this is a music genre that's been very disrespectful to women, as everyone knows. I think a lot of women out here have had a very up and down relationship with hip hop as it pertains to the lyrics and the way women are portrayed in hip hop. But I don't think Andrew Schulz is the person to deliver that message because, nigga, you ain't protecting black women. You were called to the fire for your thoughts on black women. So let's not act like you're the person that gets to determine who can and can't have a response to what it is that you be out here saying. Right? Nonetheless, a lot of people were wondering if he was going to double down on his stance, and a lot of people were pointing at Charlamagne to say, hey, for the most part, you're responsible for introducing this guy to the culture, right? When Andrew Schulz was just a comedian in his own space, in his own world, none of us gave two shits about him. I still don't, never did. But, with their podcast that they do, Charlamagne has gone viral on his own tangents. And in those viral clips, Schulz has been in some of them, giving back and forth banter or just present while Charlamagne was ISOing, because stuff that he may not address on The Breakfast Club, the Joe Budden conversation with their up and down relationship. He's mostly spoken about that on other people's podcasts or on Brilliant Idiots, right? Just giving y'all the lay of the land. So now that there's been some pushback from the public, they have a new episode out in which Andrew responds. Okay? I know y'all don't want to see nothing else from this guy, but we're going to go ahead and pull it up, see what he's got to say. I'm pretty sure he's doubling down on his stance. And he seems pretty excited that Whacked Out Murals is the first track.
Wait, that's the order?
What the hell?
I mean, no, took fourth. I'm sorry. Took fourth.
This motherfucker over here haunting my goddamn speakers. Shit. We're going to get into it. Pull up this shit. Hold on.
That's what we call the Schulz effect.
Jesus. Lord knows I ain't want you just butting in on my conversation. But let's get into what he had to say and go from there. I hate that Nyla's in the room with y'all too. You know, that puts a stain on her too just for being present.
9 out of 10. Taylor, why do you look so sad already?
Yo, Taylor's so upset I got a hit.
I'm not sad because he said
so
my
upset?
name too. So what does that matter?
Where did Whacked Out Murals make it in the top 10?
It had to. That's the first record.
Yeah.
First record always trends.
I know
Wait,
Squabble Up is number
Squabble
one.
Up.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Squabble Up is number one.
You said something that I was unaware of. You're saying the first song on the album is my
That's
song?
not true.
I didn't say it was your song.
Oh, yeah.
It is his first.
You say he opened the song with Schultz? The first song of the album got Schultz?
It's the intro.
This is crazy.
Yes.
I didn't know. I didn't know I got it like that.
Squabble Up, TV Off, Luther, and Whacked Out Murals.
Whacked Up is what number?
Took third. Wait, that's the order? I mean, no, took fourth. I'm sorry.
Oh, he got the top 5 songs on Billboard this
I'm
week.
actually shocked.
Schultz. That's what we call the Schultz effect, Nyla. You never experienced the Schultz effect.
He didn't say your name.
That's shout out to my boy
He
Kenny.
didn't say your name.
Shout out to my boy Kung Fu Kenny.
Okay.
We did it.
Okay.
We did it.
Let's talk.
We did it.
Let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it. This is what happens when Ebony and Ivory come together.
Now-
Honestly, I don't think there's been a song about Ebony and Ivory this good since Michael Jackson and the Beatles got.
Now, I don't think.
I really think this is the next Ebony and Ivory.
Hey, how about this?
Talk that shit.
I don't think he was talking about you.
He better not be. He better not be. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I don't think he was talking about you.
The internet felt differently. I said it can't be me.
Well, no, the internet didn't just say you.
Who the internet say?
The first white dog that got hit in Holland was Gary Owen.
First of all,
Well, first of all, let's play the bar. Yes, he was.
No,
Gary
it
was the
wasn't.
first person to jump out there.
can we just be honest though? Can we just no? I'm just talking about pure physics, right? If Kendrick was like, "Yo, let's squabble up," and I wanted to just put him on my lap, and I just wanted to feed him a bottle.
Stop playing.
Now, not his people, his gang affiliates, all that. They could fuck me up. I'm not a tough guy. But just me and Kendrick in a room together. Just have.
This nigga saying it all over again. He ain't backing down. He ain't walked it back. He finna repeat the same shit that he said before. This motherfucker crazy. And the thing is, here's the sad part. For all the people that are in the know, in the culture, if something happens to this guy, we not gonna give two fucks. But just think about how many people are gonna come out and blame it on Kendrick, say that niggas is wrong, try to make this some racially motivated violence. You know what I'm saying? So he sits in a very interesting space where it's almost like a nigga gotta take it, unfortunately. Not to say that you gotta take nothing, but based on perception, based on the respectability politics and all the bullshit that people try to introduce into what we talk about and what we see, if something happens to him, they're going to say, oh, wow, they are just a bunch of thugs and gangsters. Oh, wow, they're going to encroach upon this man's freedom of speech. No, sometimes you say some bullshit and you need your motherfucking ass whooped. That's the way it's been forever. Like, we know motherfuckers get their ass whooped. He's deserving, right? You don't joke about SA in no way, no manner, towards no man, woman, anyone. Definitely not a white man making a joke like that toward a black man. That ain't fly. That ain't never been something that was passable. So for anybody that's out here trying to cape for this man, you're part of the problem. You're enabling this exact behavior. It ain't just jokes. Y'all think this nigga just playing whatever? I don't think he just playing. I think he understands that he can joke about whatever the fuck he want and not face no consequences. I don't think that he really and truly believes he could beat up Kendrick Lamar, but he's enabled by people like y'all, and when y'all is the ones that are going up for him, to think that he's well within his rights to say some shit like that. He's catching some backlash online. He's talking about some go look up No Vaseline by Ice Cube. Another redirection into some bullshit, because No Vaseline by Ice Cube is not him threatening to run up in nobody booty. It's a metaphor for y'all getting did wrong by the label, and I left. Straight idiocy. Wow.
In the discussion.
He's a 20-degree black belt, show.
I know, but once that kung fu goes out the window, what is it? It's jujitsu. I know, damn it. That shit was almost perfect, though. It was almost perfect.
Somebody out there was like, I knew it. I knew he was
Mustard. Taylor, you don't like the
Play
mustard.
the song, Taylor.
I'm just saying.
Let's hear the bar. I don't think this is about
necessarily.
Listen, I told people it can't be about me, but when the song went number 4, I was like, it gotta be.
Why you acting like you don't know why people think it's about Schulz?
What are you talking about? What happened?
What are you talking about? It's not like every blog talked about it. It's not like it's the biggest story that came out from the album. It's not like I gave him probably 200,000 listens. It's not like I gave him a #1 Billboard hit. You're welcome. I'm just saying. Just saying. Listen. Say I never did something nice for Kung Fu Kenny.
He didn't name you.
Who? Wait. Whoa.
See, we were talking about that before the pod started. The fact that he didn't name Schulz, but everybody assumed it was Schulz, is for 2 reasons. Do you ever make jokes about black women?
I make jokes about black women. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I never heard him.
No, I can see why you haven't heard him, because I usually do it on this podcast called Brilliant Idiots once a week for the last 10 years. I've been doing it on this podcast for the last 10 years to a little girl over there named Taylor Made It.
Oh, God.
My other girl. Listen. The reality is, the fact that me and Taylor are mentioned in this album and we're still coming to work is crazy. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this right now. We're famous.
Taylor,
Ketchup!
Never let a black woman
Mayo!
Never let a black woman make jokes about white comedians. That's law.
What?
What?
Like, shut up, yo.
You don't remember when she made me cry almost once talking about my sperm?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Drew, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, though. I could run faster than your sperm, though, so relax.
What? He's a comedian.
That is comedian.
Funny.
That's funny.
You got comedian. That's comedian. She has that one chambered. She has that one chambered. She has every right.
Right.
Sure did.
Taylor said my sperm swim like Lizzo in a riptide.
God damn. South Park did a whole episode about Lizzo.
Hold on, you're saying South Park did an episode about Lizzo? Wait a minute, but isn't Kendrick Lamar doing a comedy with South Park creators?
Yes.
Wait a minute, hold
Comes
on.
out in the spring.
But do the laws not apply to Kung Fu Kenny? Because they're white comedians making fun of black women.
I mean, I don't really know what's going on. I haven't really...
Yo, what's happening in this world? Charlamagne, what's happening in this world?
I haven't really heard about any of this. What's
God.
going on?
Well, apparently, rappers...
Tell me where it began.
Okay, rappers started telling comedians that they need to be more respectful of women.
Okay. Let's
Something
listen to
that
what he said.
none of us thought would happen in history.
Let's listen to
Do you know what I mean?
What did he say?
What you
Taylor?
talking about?
Probably been saying that for years.
What, the comedians are too
Well,
disrespectful
that
to...
everybody should just be more respectful.
I like everybody. What about Common? Common seems like a good one.
Yeah, sure.
What, he's not a good guy?
We could do
You know,
comment.
Nyla?
All
Yo,
I'm
what do you
saying
know?
is- All I'm saying
Hold
is
on.
It's not a taboo subject. Like, we shouldn't be shocked that he said it.
Said what?
Where's the line, though,
Say it one
Taylor?
time.
Where's
Yo, get the line.
You
Get
just want the line of
that
it?
made
Because
it
I
a
don't think we
number
can
one
play
album.
this song.
Get the line
Oh,
that
you
made
gonna
it
play the
number.
song?
I don't think we can.
Nah,
Okay, well, listen.
No,
Rob.
don't play it. I'll
Show me
rap
the
it.
lyrics.
I'll rap it. I'll rap it. Let me rap my line. Can I have my moment? Can I have my moment?
No, that's
I made a
not
number
a
one
problem.
album. I can't have my no moment.
What was the softball statement? I ain't hear.
No, what he just said, like, oh, but he could do a show with South Park.
So the guys that created South Park are two white guys, and they've made jokes about black women.
Well, they make jokes about everybody.
Oh my God! Hold on. What did you say?
Now, they do have a character.
What
on the
did you
show.
say?
What's the character, the black character? Token. And they do make jokes. Like they did earlier this year, they did do the episode about Lizzo. They do make jokes about everybody. Like, everybody gets it on South Park. And see, that's
Do
what's
you know who you're talking to?
Now, I don't really know what's going on.
Well, if
I don't know.
Everybody gets these jokes.
Okay, that I know. I've heard you
Everybody.
say that.
Mustard gets it. Mayo gets it. Okay? Duck sauce gets it. Okay? Curry gets it. Curry gets it.
Oh, you talking about the season?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you talking about Steph or Indians. So
I'm talking about Indians.
What
That's
the
Indians. We're doing it for each group of people. Everybody get these jokes. That's the rule.
Taylor, what's the line?
But Kendrick got specific laws.
Says
What, wanna play?
never.
Kendrick got to
let-
protect women from comedians as long as he's got an album coming out.
I'm looking for-
the last
Listen,
verse.
Kendrick's got to stand up for you
Yeah, it's
ladies.
the last verse.
As long as he could profit from it. He got to stand up for you ladies.
Stop it.
Make it bigger, pause. It says.
I don't think that's the last.
Can I just tell you
thought
the
it was in
line? I have it
beginning.
memorized.
It's right there, it's right there, it's right there.
White
He was talking
comedian
shit about you and you too.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what he's talking about because I'm not. I don't know. I've never been around.
You say that.
Oh, no.
Oh, they put you in
Y'all need to do
too.
a meter
Genius.
of how many times this nigga has
Oh,
said,
wait a
I
minute.
don't know what's going on.
I'm in it.
Genius puts you on it right here.
Hold on. So is that what everybody's talking
So
about?
Rap
Yes.
Genius says.
Did put your name on there.
Why y'all surprised? Like I'm not clout.
Okay, so click on.
If you want a number one hit, you
on-
talk about me.
Listen.
If you want your YouTube clips to go wild, you talk about me.
Listen,
I'm the
click
Tesseract.
on why people think
I'm
this
the
is
source.
Andrew. I want to hear it because I haven't heard this before.
All right, let me hear it.
You gotta say the line.
Where did this go?
Do you want me to say
Okay,
it?
yeah. The line is.
I'll say it.
Let Andrew say it.
Let me say it, but you're giving me permission.
This is
Right
his
here.
song.
You're giving me permission to say the line.
No, he's not.
No, you're not. It says, "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman." That's law.
Now, can I just say something right here? Technically, grammatically speaking, he's saying, tell white comedians to talk about black women.
No, he's not.
Grammatically speaking.
How do you know that's not about Matt Rife, who just had a face change?
That.
He just had
Stop!
a face transplant.
Stop it! Stop it!
He did.
Stop! Somebody look that up. Stop
I saw
it!
it. He had a
Stop
face
it.
transplant. And
Stop
he said
it.
it was because he said it's not a face transplant. He just hit puberty lick or some shit like that.
Really?
I literally just saw this, but I'm not making this up.
Listen, I hope it is.
How is we know it's not Gary Owen? Gary
It
said
might
it.
be.
Gary said it's him.
Listen, I hope it's about both of them. I hope it's about both of them. That's what I.
He
Ellen-
always looked like that,
is Ellen
though.
to Jake Paul. That's who that is. Who is Matt Rife?
Now, right? What'd you do to Charlamagne, man? What'd you do to Charlamagne? What the hell?
That's what it said.
What did you do
Look,
to
yes,
Charlamagne?
that's what
God,
TMZ
yo.
said the headline. Matt Rife, no surgery. I just
No,
hit
but
puberty.
calling him Ellen to Jake Paul is crazy.
He don't look like Ellen
That's
Jake
one of the
Paul
most
mixed.
insane things I've ever seen
that's
anybody
pretty
call
accurate,
anybody.
though.
He looks like Ellen DeGeneres and Jake
I don't
Paul
want black
hybrid.
radio hosts
It's like he
talking
just
about
got
white
cheap
comedians, yo.
implants, that's all.
Black radio hosts cannot talk about white comedians. Mayo!
Why is he?
Mayo! I'm sick and tired of it. Taylor, you and I don't need to be fraternizing with these people that aren't making songs no go number one constantly. Giving people number one album. I don't even ask for a check. I don't ask for nothing. Teach me some C steps.
Can we play the clip? Because I've never heard this before.
That's all I want to learn is some C steps.
Yeah, hold on.
What's the clip? I've never heard this. I want to know why
Oh,
people
this?
think this is Andrew Schulz.
The song, or you're saying the part of why they think it's about him?
Why they think it's Andrew Schulz.
So you want to play this part?
Yeah, why do they
So
think it's
wait a
me?
minute. Where is this video from first
From
of all?
Flagrant.
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 Yes.
Oh.
You want everybody to
I'm
know.
not on Flagrant. I don't know what's going
Oh, fuck that. Charlamagne's so good. Charlamagne's so good.
That's why I didn't know what was going on.
He's really cooking out the whole time. He said
It's flagrant. Okay, so who else is on this?
So the original joke that got all of this thing started was on the Shits and Gigs podcast where they were having a talk about the black girlfriend effect, where they were basically saying that white guys that get with black women, you know, typically, or in a lot of cases, will say they start dressing a little bit more like black folks. They kind of, you know what I mean? A lot of times they may get the new beard in, they get the cut with the fresh lineup, it get like a more of a Caesar than the comb over vibe that they used to have. You know, they start getting a little bit more swag. Might rock a gold chain opposed to what they was doing before. And Andrew Schulz was basically like, he feels like it's more so of a defense mechanism, talking about maybe their hair is falling out from black women complaining about everything. Sheesh. I didn't know complaining was a black thing. Excuse me. He says they may grow their beard in as a defense mechanism from getting slapped in the face by the black women that they're dating. So that's what started all this shit. And again, if you write this off as just jokes, you're part of the problem. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be able to joke. And when you're making jokes, sometimes you are going to slip up and say some shit that perhaps you shouldn't have said. You may take it too far and you got to walk it back. I think that's pretty customary. Because we all, I think people try to be respectful, but you're not perfect. But the thing is, recognizing when you fuck up, recognizing when you take it too far, or when you overstep and offend people, and just say, hey, you know, I didn't mean no malice by it. I apologize. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I should have thought twice about how I wanted to present something. You know what I mean? It's many ways to come out and make it as close to right as you possibly can. He showed no remorse. He's shown no sign of acknowledging that he shouldn't have said anything. If anything, he just continues to stand on everything like he's justified. Again, that's the part. Well, that's one of the parts. I can't say that's the part that strikes me the most, but it is pretty striking that he's fully confident, has no issue, you know what I'm saying, has no hesitance in just being like, yeah, I said it, and what? And for Charlamagne to continue egging it on, act like he don't know what's going on, act like he never seen the clip, damn near acting like he never even heard the album when he was just praising it, you know, that's not a good look. And I hate that Nyla had to be there and try to play it cool, because I like Nyla. I think she's dope. I think she's a good journalist. I think she, you know what I mean, she does a good job on her own work. But I believe she is Charlamagne's niece, or at least that's what he calls her. I don't know if they're actually related, for real, by blood. But he has called her his niece, and he introduced her to the radio business. I hate that she had to be there for this conversation, because she's not the person in power in the room. She can't really dominate the conversation. She has the ability to say her opinion, but she's not gonna overstep these two men that are older than her, more experienced than her. It's their podcast, it's their show. She's not gonna overstep and start trying to correct everything that's going on in the room. So I really hate that she had to be there for that. Oh boy. So with all of this that's surfaced online, some people have picked up on Andrew Schultz's past. One of his ex-girlfriends came out, and I think these are old posts, but they've resurfaced with her complaints about Andrew Schulz allegedly being abusive, manipulating, etc. in their relationship. So this is Miss Sarah Phillips. Now, one thing I did notice is that people tried to make it seem like she was underage when they started dating in 2011. That's not the truth. She was 23 years old, not 16, but that was something that was going around and people were really placing that on him. One thing I don't like is lies. You could shit on a motherfucker. You could call a motherfucker out for their wrongdoing, but at least make sure that you're not making it something that it's not. Okay? But Miss Sarah Phillips comes out and she says, for years, I was manipulated, controlled, and abused by him. The verbal abuse was constant. I was isolated from my friends. If I wore makeup that he thought was too much, he'd wipe it off my face in public. That's not okay. None of it is okay, but you physically gonna wipe this shit off her face when it's her body? No doubt. But she'd be dead ass wrong to cut that nigga mustache off in public, right? He'd force me to change before leaving the house if he thought my outfit would get too much attention. Once, after being sick for weeks without an explanation, I found out he had been using my toothbrush to clean the bottom of his shoes. Come on, dog. She found out he was cleaning the bottom of his shoes from walking around in the world, stepping on all type of shit, using her personal toothbrush to clean his shit, and she didn't know. So he was doing that shit and putting it right back in the bathroom in her spot where she kept it. She says, to this day, I can't make sense of that kind of sickness. Now, I want to know how that unfolded when she found out. She says, on another occasion, on vacation in Aruba, his anger got so out of control that I had to hide from him in the hotel bathroom with the door locked. Soon after, I began having panic attacks almost every night. There are other things that happened during this relationship that I will probably never talk about for the rest of my life. She says, as happy and healthy as I feel in my very fortunate life now, seeing this person's face, hearing their voice, seeing their name is still very triggering. Maybe it always will be. I don't know. But I just ask you to please try to understand that it's not a funny joke to keep sending me things related to this person. Please stop. Please try to understand. Thank you. So it sounds like people that are associated with her or know of her in his relationship, when he goes viral for saying dumb shit or whatever, they send it her way, I guess, to try to get her reaction or see what she thinks. And she says, yo, it's very triggering to see him, see his name, hear his name, or hear anything about this person. Please stop sending me content that includes him because it's very triggering based on the extent of their relationship. Not to mention, there's more that she didn't state that she said she may never talk about publicly. Okay? And if that was it, that might be a thing. But I think there's another young lady who also had some things to say about Schulz. Damn, before we get to that, she said more. She says, yes, he's racist. No, it's not new. Everything you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg of a very sick person. I spoke out about him years ago and was called a liar. His fans were sent after me. To this day, I have his racist, misogynistic, bigoted supporters in my DMs relentlessly. He's an abuser who is propped up and protected by his friends who are on payroll. As much as I do not want to be dragged back into any conversation about this person, I'm having a very hard time reading untrue and hurtful statements about myself, my family, and my identity. So this is really all I have to say about it. And this isn't about cancel culture. You cannot cancel a white man whose supporters are as racist, homophobic, misogynistic, and bigoted as he is. Anyway, believe women the first time. She goes on, she says, I'm biracial, half black and half white. I have more black family members than anything else. I very proudly identify with my black side. Reading tweet after tweet of strangers talking about my identity or what you see as a lack thereof is disgusting. That said, just because someone has been in a relationship with the POC does not mean they can't also be racist. Trust me, hope this helps. And I got to say that's a motherfucking fact. I won't go into too much detail to share personal accounts of people I know, but there is a young lady that I do know. And let's just say she dated this white guy. And he wanted to use racial slurs while they were intimate. That's not something she had a desire to do, but that was his little kink. That was something that got him off, right? Made her very uncomfortable. She had to cut that shit off. So to think that a person could date someone of another race and not be racist, just want to go ahead and say, yeah. All right, another allegation against Andrew Schulz has surfaced. On a photo online that was posted, this woman comes out and says, remember when you cheated on her with me? So it's a photo of Andrew, and I don't know if this is his current girlfriend or an ex. This could be old. But she says, remember when you cheated on her with me when I was 22 years old? Used me to get into Marquee where I worked, brought a bunch of your adult male friends, and then made out with me while I could barely stand after I threw up everywhere. Yeah, me too. Okay, so she says he forced himself on her, forced a kiss on her while she was drunk and throwing up. So just a couple accounts speaking to his character. So this is the type of person that we're dealing with. This is the type of person some people out there are defending, acting like it's just harmless. Sounds to me like he's actually speaking through his jokes, his true feelings. And because he's associated with people like Charlamagne, Nyla, or that other nigga that was on the other podcast that just sat there while he made them comments about Kendrick, they're the enablers. That's typically what happens. So, yeah, man. I don't know what's going to happen from here. I don't know if Kendrick is going to respond. I saw Punch from TDE say, what? He said he wanted to sleep with Doc. What the fuck is that about? I seen Hitter J3 say, go ahead and book you a comedy show out here in LA. See what's up. But I don't know if we get a response directly from Kendrick or not. He may not want to entertain this foolishness, especially with the direction that he took it in. But I guess the rest remains to be seen. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, all right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.